Welcome back to Kicks and Picks. Coach and Nick here with you for our rapid fire MLS plays of the week for week 3, all in under 10 minutes. Nick, coming off a nice weekend last week. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, 2 good weeks of MLS in a row. 10 minutes or less can be tough because I think I like every game to bet on.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
was a
beauty of
lot.
MLS.
So, kicking it off at NYC, Orlando City. It's got to be goals, right?
I think so. I think Orlando is just an automatic over team until proven otherwise. They just can't seem to stop anybody. They've given up 3 goals in both of their games. Man, NYC looks pretty good also. I don't mind them on the money line here, -130 if you can get a number like that, but over 2.5 is the way to go.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Orlando, I know it dates back to last season, but they haven't kept a clean sheet in 16, over 2.5 goals in 9 out of 9, and both teams to score in 10 out of 10. So goals are definitely the play here in this one. The other early match, New England Houston, is postponed, so we jump ahead later in the day. This one, the line has moved since we locked it in. It was -130 when we locked it in, but Inter Miami on the money line at DC United, I think, is a no brainer.
Absolutely. It's -145 right now on Hard Rock. I wouldn't be mad at anybody if they wanted to take that. I don't know. An Inter Miami team total of 3 goals is +165. I think that's pretty interesting. Um, DC just aren't very good.
Yeah.
I just think they made a couple moves, but kind of just going through the motions, play really, really bland and boring. Um, Miami turned it on that second half of the game last week, so that is what I expect of them pretty much for the remainder of the year. That new signing, Berterame, the guy we talked about from Mexico with Fabian a couple weeks ago, 2 bad games. So I'm wondering if he maybe turns it around here, or does Mascherano have the stones to give him some bench for a little bit and maybe shake it up? But either way, gotta love Miami in this spot.
Yeah, moving to Saturday evening. We don't have anything in Atlanta, Salt Lake, but we do have something that you like in Charlotte hosting Austin.
Yeah, I think Austin's been pretty good. And it's a little bit weird to me that it's not weird. You can always get a good number on a road underdog if you're a spread better, and you know that I'm a
Hmm.
spread better. Austin looks good through 2 games. They haven't lost yet. They've only given up 2 goals. I just think they're the better side, so I don't mind that they're away. You can get them -125 on the double chance. So win or draw. I know people that'll like a money line, but I'm gonna give us a couple outs in this one. I just think Austin's the better side.
Yeah, they have played pretty well so far, so I don't hate it. Also at 7:30 Eastern, Columbus, Chicago. This reeks of goals to me. Both teams can score. Both teams have been over teams so far. Um, over 3 is where we're going because the over 2.5 is kind of juiced. So we're at over 3 at -135 here.
Yeah, and I think Chicago has been averaging exactly 3 goals in their 2 games so far. Um, Columbus, I mean, goals, 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 and more goals. They're looking to get their first win. So I think
Yeah.
the onus is going to be on them to score. A couple goals seems like the minimum for them in this one. Got to go 3.
Yeah, got to go 3. I agree. Looking at Philly hosting San Jose. San Jose is off to a winning start. They're playing very well so far. They're pretty big
Bob's Lewis.
underdogs at +350. I've got them on the double chance at plus money, +105 last I looked.
No way.
Yeah, that was the last I looked on San Jose because they're +350 on the money line.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at +400 even here. All right. Tell me what you like about him.
Well, I mean, Philly, we talked about with Fabian. They've lost a couple of their important defenders, right?
Yeah.
They are coming off a loss to NYCFC, also lost against DC United, who you mentioned is not very good. Yeah, they won in CONCACAF Champions League, but they're playing a team nobody's ever heard of. Meanwhile, back-to-back clean sheets for San Jose, 3-0 win over KC, 2-0 win
Yeah.
over Atlanta, both at home, granted, and not
Yeah.
against great teams. But when you give me double chance at plus money, I'm taking a hard look at that.
No, you know what? I'm with you. And I didn't realize, I know we knew about Philly's defense, but their offense has dried up completely as well, right? Only
Yeah.
1 goal scored through the 2 games. Um, that just kind of threw me off guard. At home, so proceed with caution, but definitely with you. I think the Quakes are getting a great, great number here. So double chance plus money. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Nashville, Minnesota, Nashville, one of my favorite teams this year. We talked about with Fabian that we're going to
Yep.
probably be betting on them a lot here. I kind of like them on the money line. I saw them as low as minus 140 earlier today. So around that number against Minnesota at home, I kind of like it. And I know you like the goals here.
Yep. Tim, what's up? Just jumping in on that last bet. Werner era Quakes are super live. He
That's
agrees with us.
another, yes,
Absolutely
another
love
good
it.
point.
You guys are seeing the theme, man. Road underdogs here. But you talked about mini Nashville. Yeah, Nashville's super disappointing last week, right? I think
They pushed our play of the day on Saturday.
pushed our play of the day. I thought we had that one in the bag. Minnesota's been sneaky good. They're scoring goals. They're kind of, I don't know. I think they're going to be improved over how they faltered towards the end of last year, but all of their games seem to have goals in them. So I was definitely looking at that over as well. Just want to get the correct number for us here. Over 2.5 is currently minus 130. So
okay, so
good number for
from
two
earlier
teams
today,
that can score goals. I wouldn't expect a number like that later on in the season, or maybe even closer to kickoff, right? I think you're looking probably at an over 3 or something super, super juice. So excited to see which one of these two teams, quote unquote, bounces back. Not that they're playing poorly, but I just think there's goals in both of them.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. Locking them in early is important. We both locked in Miami a couple days ago when we saw minus 130.
Yeah.
I realized it last week when I waited a little too long to lock in Red Bull on the money line. I couldn't get them on money line. I had to parlay them with something else because the lines moved. The lines moved a lot. I mean, Miami money line, right? We gave out play of the day. It had moved by the time we gave it out, and it moved even more by kickoff. So definitely lock these plays in early. They move. Kansas City hosting San Diego. I like San Diego on the money line at minus 130. They're coming off of a 2-0 win over St. Louis at home, a 5-0 win the previous week against a very poor Montreal side, hosting a Sporting side who we do not believe in at all. Shocked they got the result against Columbus last week. I like them here at minus 130 as a road underdog.
Yeah. What don't we know about this game? Because San Diego should, I feel like, be a bigger favorite, right?
I think it's just the road factor, right?
Must be. And Kansas City, historically tough place to go and play, great home support. They've been terrible for 2+ years now. They're in last place. I mean, it's two weeks, but last place in the West. San Diego has picked up exactly where they left off. 7 goals scored, 0 goals conceded. It almost feels too good to be true. A little bit of a trap, but right now it's one of the best money lines of the week.
Yeah. Moving into St. Louis, Seattle. I like Seattle team total here on the road at minus 125. You don't even need them to get a result, particularly to cash a team total of over 1.5 here. St. Louis hasn't been that great so far. We mentioned it. So at home, maybe they can go get a 2-2 or something like that. But I like Seattle to score a couple goals here.
Yeah, I think so. Seattle's still one of the class teams of the league, just plain and simple, right? They play in, I was going to say in Europe, they play in the CONCACAF tournaments year in and year out. So, couple games under their legs already. They know what it takes to get the job done. They travel pretty well. I like them. Good call.
Okay. Colorado hosting the Galaxy. I know you like something in this one.
Yeah, I just think the Galaxy are live, man. They score a couple of goals in each of their games. I just think they're a little bit undervalued in this one. I want to just make sure I'm giving out an accurate line here that it hasn't changed. Where did it go? Where the hell are they?
I've got them. I got the money line in front of me, but double chance. Where'd they go? They're the late Saturday game.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So double chance did move a little bit. I liked them. It was minus 140, which I would play a double chance to minus 140. It's now minus 150.
Yeah.
I've got make that decision for yourself. Yeah. It's a little tough. I think that a draw no bet at plus money is still pretty good. Colorado, 1 win, 1 loss, 2 goals scored, 2 goals against. Jury's still out on them. I just think the Galaxy, there's nowhere to go but up for this team. Their defenses look good so far. I like them on the road.
Yeah, and then there's a couple matches on Sunday. We've got to play in one of them. We've got Red Bull at minus a goal, giving up a goal at minus 115, hosting Montreal. We mentioned it. Montreal is bad. They're bad, and the Red Bulls have looked good so far. And I think at worst you push here.
Yeah, I definitely tend to agree. I mean, you got to ride the Red Bulls. They're the hot story in MLS right now. I think, listen, we know about Red Bulls Academy. They do a lot of things well. They develop players well. Bradley, good on him for having the balls to start these kids. Obviously, they have the talent because they've shown it through the first couple games. But Montreal hasn't scored a goal in 2 games. They've given up 8. They're as bad as advertised. So we will have to. It's a combination: fading Montreal, riding the Red Bulls until we see some. We see them get punched in the face a little bit.
Yeah. And the last match of the weekend, Cincy hosting Toronto. I like Cincy in the money line at -130. They're probably still without Evander, but this
Yeah.
Toronto side is not good. I don't think Josh Sargent is going to be playing, starting yet for them to provide the goal scoring that they're hoping he brings. I like Cincy at home -130 to close out the weekend.
Yeah, I dig that. And I think Kevin Denke, you got to take a look at him, especially with Evander out, right? The offense is going to have to come from him. He's plus 160 anytime. Not the greatest number, but for one of the top scorers in the league, that's pretty much going to be the offense against a winless Toronto team who, again, is as bad as advertised. I think that's worth a shot as well.
Yeah, so that's our rapid fire picks. Just about 10 minutes, a little over with our introductions and
We'll
stuff,
count it.
but plenty of plays. Hit us in the comments with what you like best on YouTube, on Twitter, wherever you follow us. And if you're not following us on TikTok, we're dropping videos there as well. So thank you for listening, and check out our Milan Derby weekend preview on our YouTube page as well. Catch you
Appreciate it,
guys soon.
guys. Good luck.